Cells. Among the various cell types present in our body, hematopoietic stem cells are arguably the most diverse and dynamically regulated cells. But where are they? Hematopoietic stem cells maintain hematopoiesis. In simpler terms, picture the transformers. They are cool, they are exciting, they can transform into all different kinds of things. Well, our hematopoietic stem cells are just the transformers of our blood cellular component. They are manufactured in the bone marrow, where they self-renew and begin their journey of differentiating into all different blood cell types. These cells go through various progenitor stages before fully differentiating into mature cell types. These cells can be categorized into either myeloid or lymphoid progenitors. Cells of the myeloid lineage give rise to phagocytes, which are involved in such roles as innate immunity, while cells of the lymphoid lineage give rise to lymphocytes, which are involved in roles such as our adaptive immune system. Today, we will focus on lymphocytes. They are responsible for the astonishing specificity of adaptive immune responses. They occur in large numbers in the blood, lymph, and in the lymphoid organs. Unlike innate immune responses, the adaptive responses are highly specific to the particular pathogen that induced them. So basically, they also provide long-lasting protection, which is pretty good. Adaptive immune responses are carried out by white blood cells, called lymphocytes. B, responsible for antibody responses, and T cells, responsible for cell-mediated immune responses. Cell-mediated immunity. Lymphocyte T cells develop inside the thymus gland. Once the T cell recognizes the antigen, it divides rapidly, and its offspring differentiates into several types. Helper T cells activate both B cells to help antibody-mediated immunity and macrophages to engulf the microbes. Cytotoxic T cells attack microorganisms, as well as any infected body cells. Suppressor T cells inhibit the response of other cells to the invading microbes. This works just like Optimus Prime, that searches for suspicious activity, and once recognizing the threat implied by Cybertron, he destroys it. T cells look for suspicious cells and destroys them by activating both B cells and macrophages. Antibody-mediated immunity. While T cells can attack invading organisms directly, B lymphocytes do so remotely by producing chemicals called antibodies. Each type of antibody acts specifically against a certain microorganism by attaching to antigens on its surface. The presence of antigens triggers B cells to divide. From those, some differentiate into plasma cells, which are the main antibody-producing cells, while other remain in circulation, surveilling the organism, being able to recognize the same antigen years later. Just as Bumblebee is on Sam's call like his first line of defense, B cells float around on guard duty. When B cells come into contact with antigens, they activate antibodies, which they carry on their back.